Welcome to another episode of Live Life Now 365. I'm your host, Greg Brooks Digital, and today we're talking about the power of the subconscious mind when it comes down to time. Now, some people may think that we have all the time in the world to do so many things, and it always amazes me how people of a younger age feel as if they may have so much time in order to accomplish some of the things that they say that they want to do. But the reality is we all get the same amount of time. That's right, we all get the same 24 hours within a day. And so the question doesn't come down to how much time you get. It comes down to what you're doing with your time. The reality is just because you're doing a lot does not mean that you're getting a lot done. It also means that if you can begin to understand time, you will begin to also understand how you can take possession of your mind and use it in order to create exactly what you want. Some of those thought processes are understood by how time can be related to the monetary gains that you can create in your life, but it also breaks itself down to just being able to sustain yourself in a way that allows you to create the things that you want. You see, when we think about 24 hours, we must understand that out of that 24 hours, we most of the time would have found ourselves sleeping 8 hours of the day and then also devoting ourselves to some form of income within a 9 to 5 or working some job in order to make ends meet for another 8 hours, and then only finding 8 hours to put toward our dreams, aspirations, and goals, and or most likely our family. And so when we begin to break down the reality of how people are able to get ahead with the exact same amount of time that you have, it comes down to the way in which you can begin to take possession of your mind. That's what we help you do right here at Live Life Now 365, helping you begin to control your mindset in a way that allows you to be able to see that within the time that you do have, the things that you do on a consistent basis will become a habit. And those habits will allow for you to be able to control the outcome and the results that you get in your life. You see, it's often understood that poor people spend time to save money, while rich people spend money to save time. And what that just simply means is they understand a principle that a lot of people maybe haven't been able to understand, but it really breaks itself down to what we must understand ourselves. And that's how we begin to live our lives. With the same 24 hours, we must understand that as we begin to grow our mindsets and begin to utilize the talents that we have, it allows us to begin to trade off a lot of our time in order to make money. That's right, we can begin to use our mind in a way that allows us to create revenue and be able to do it 10 times faster than if we had to provide some type of manual service. And so you don't find yourself in a position where you're not able to do something simply because there's not enough time. It's sometimes based on the fact that you haven't been able to create within inside of yourself a mindset that allows you to utilize your time and maximize it to the highest degree. You see, in order to truly be able to take advantage of time, you must understand how to delegate time. You must understand how to utilize time. You must understand what time truly means. And you must understand how you're going to create the opportunity in order to have more time. And so at Live Life Now 365, we want you to understand that time is of the essence simply because it's something that we've created within our own mindset. But it's not nothing more than that of us being able to understand that it is a gift that has been given to all of us, because tomorrow your time could end. And for you, my friend, time will no longer be ticking. But for everyone else in the world, it will continue. And so it does not wait for no man, but it does allow for every man to have a chance to begin to recognize the gift that is inside of them in order to begin to utilize it to bring forth the thing that they want, simply by being able to understand that time is leverage. And as you begin to leverage your time and create ways to make things happen in your life, you're gonna find that you're so much happier with the ability to create time by just simply having a routine and having a habit, a system that allows you to create a process. You ever thought about how the rich get richer? They begin to utilize time to their advantage. They begin to do things that allow them to optimize their time. You've ever thought about stocks and investing? Well, most people would have tried to put their money into a system and within a year try to see a return. But someone who understands leverage and understands time, they realize that the compounding interest of the stock market over a 10 to 15 year yield would have provided them sometimes 4 and 5x return, rather than that of a person that would have been able to only get a 20%, 30% return within the first year. And so being able to understand time allows you to appropriate yourself accordingly toward the things that need patience, and also those things that needed to be acted upon swiftly. Because there's going to be opportunities in your life where you're going to be called on to make a decision. And it's not going to allow for you to be able to put time into perspective, but it's going to require you to have already built up the skills necessary in order to create that which has been presented to you. And so when that moment comes, I want you to understand that it's because of the time that you've taken right now to begin to invest into yourself and create for yourself the things that you want by speaking them into existence, by taking the time to read the books and put them into your subconscious and practice them over and over again. Those are going to be the ways in which you are able to take advantage of time, because I can tell you, my friend, with the same 24 hours that we all get, we're also given the same responsibility no matter what duties we may find ourselves with. And see, that's the most amazing thing about time, is that when it's time for you to do what's necessary, it always gets done. And so I want you to begin to look at time in a way that allows for you to be in control of it. For you to be in control over it means that you understand that the thought process that you create around it will be the beginning point toward all of your achievement. I'm your host, Greg Brooks Digital, right here at Live Life Now 365. I definitely have enjoyed today's topic, talking about the ability to take control of our mind, and most importantly, our subconscious mind, by recognizing that we control the time.